Okay, here we are in Adobe Xd, and this is the version that has been released in October 2018, and it includes the auto animate function, which we're going to look at that. To check that you do have the right version, I'll just go here. It's the version that's 13.0.12.14, and again it's October 2018 version update. And if I just go ahead and create a new project with a brand new artboard, always important to name your artboards. I'll call this 1. I'm just going to put a circle shape on here, an ellipse. So I'm just hovering the mouse here, I'm holding Alt and Shift, and on a Macintosh I do that. I will give a fill over here on the right, make it red. I will then make the border a little bit more darker, and then I will type in the size. I'll give it 8 for the stroke. Now what I need to do is to show how it's going to be turning around, so I need to just cut a bit off here. So first of all, I'm just holding the shift and I sort of drag out a shape here. I'll just make sure I move it around so it snaps to that segment or a quarter of it. I shift click both of those elements, and then I go over here to the right side here with the properties, and I click subtract front, and then it just cuts that off. Once I've done that, I will now Alt drag this artboard, and I can turn this around. So I want to have it sort of as though it's turning around, and that's my animation. I can just turn it around manually here, or I can go up to the side here, and if I'll just put in 270 degrees, and once I've got that, I'm ready to animate. So I'll just rename this and call this 2 on that artboard. Come back to my first artboard, and the first one here, I'm going to have it so if someone clicks on this, it turns around. So I need to go into prototype, and once I'm in prototype, up at the top left here, I drag this out and I place it here. Now the trick is here you've got the trigger, which is tab. That's fine. Now the transition, I need to change that to auto animate, and it figures it out. It lets me know it's going to 2. It's got an ease out, which is fine. It's got duration 0.3 seconds, which is fine, although you can amend it, and I've got that. Now I want to go back here. So again, when someone taps on it on the screen 2, it goes back to where it was. So I'll just drag that out here, and the good thing is it memorizes the last one and does the same thing, and that's what I want. If you don't want that, you can amend it. Once I've done that, I'll go back to the first screen over here. I go right up to the top right, I click on the play, and when I click here, it does that and it does that. Okay, so that is the basically the auto animate, and the good thing is with auto animate in XD, it figures everything out for you. Also, you've got to be aware in animation on these type of programs like XD, you need to have a screen where it ends up. So your first screen or on your artboard is the starting point, and the second one is the end point. But you'll see here, this is really, really cool that it can do some basic animation between the two, and the auto animate works out all the things in between.